Hello friends, welcome you all once again in our own channel Vriha Krishna Book Summary. Friends, we have started a book called Dying to Be Me. It is written by Anita Moorjani. It is a real life near-death experience story of author itself. So we have completed first 3 chapters of this book. If you want to listen, you can go to my playlist. So in this episode we are starting chapter 4 and its title is My True Love. Let's start. After I returned to my parents' home in Hong Kong, I didn't want to integrate back into the Indian community since I felt like a complete social misfit. So I turned my attention toward developing a career in an attempt to gain some independence. I got the job. I cried one day as I burst through the front door of our apartment. One of my friends had told me about a vacancy where she worked because she thought the job would be perfect fit for me. Her employer was a French fashion accessory company that distributed their goods throughout Asia. The position would entail the possibility of travel to neighboring cities. I wasn't normally attracted to sales and distribution, but was excited mainly because of the potential for travel and independence. At last, things were starting to work out for me. I was beginning to gain independence both financially and socially. Traveling allowed me a level of freedom and independence that I enjoy and appreciated, and it gave me the opportunity to meet all kinds of people from all walks of life. But in the back of my mind, I always carried the feeling of being inadequate in some way. One day in late 1992, quite unexpectedly, I met the man who eventually became my husband. Although at first I didn't believe that he was the perfect man for me. Do you know a guy by the name of Danny Moorjani? Nana asked me over the phone as I sat at my desk at work. No, I have never met him, I answered. He is a really cute Sindhi guy I met while I was in New York last summer. Apparently he lives and works in Hong Kong. Later that night, when Nana and I walked into Club 97, a sophisticated bar and lounge in the heart of the city, I identified this man immediately, although I had never met him before. There he was, standing casually by himself, dressed in a maroon turtleneck sweater and black trousers. He looked over as we came through the entrance. Although he was there to meet Nana, I noticed that his gaze was following my every move as we walked toward him and sat down. Even as my friend greeted him, I saw that he didn't look away from me, and the moment his eyes met mine, a feeling of recognition seemed to burst through each of us. It felt as though we had known each other forever, and the sensation was electrifying. I was well aware that he was feeling exactly the same way, and we started talking. I knew very well that marrying within the Indian culture usually meant an alliance with the entire family. It wouldn't be two people tying the knot, but two families. I was afraid to get involved once more in something that I had regret. I was terrified about what his family would think of me. Would it be the same situation all over again? Would they reject me if they knew I had a broken engagement? I didn't want to get hurt again, nor did I want to harm anyone else. But Danny was very patient and gave me all the time I needed, and I appreciated that about him. I was experiencing a battle between my heart and my mind, and my heart was winning. As we got to know each other, I began to realize that Danny was a lot like me. He rejected many of our customs, especially the ideas around women and marriage. For the first time, I never felt any pressure that I had to be a certain way to win a man or that he had an agenda. He was genuinely interested in me for who I was, and this feeling of acceptance was so new and refreshing for me. So friends, that's all for this episode. So if you want to know what will happen with the author, will this man be the person whom she will spend her entire life, then you have to watch my next episode. So please do subscribe, share and like my channel, my videos. See you again. We will meet with the next part of this episode. Bye.